Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be reviewing yet another bad Pokemon spin-off, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team for the Game Boy Advance. I remember when a neighbor had this game when I was more into Pokemon, like when I was 11 or 12. He had this game. This was maybe in like '07 or something. He was like playing it a lot and it looked cool. So I bought it for the DS because they made a DS version and it was meh. But then again, I later decided to review this game because this game isn't that great. So how bad is this game? Well, let's start it off with the basics. So when you first start the game, you see some stupid screen where basically you're presented with an acid trip. And honestly, you'll probably want to skip through half this crap because it's boring. You just press A, pick random shit, and hope you get the Pokemon you want. And trust me, there's only a select list of Pokemon you can get, which are the popular ones. And if you don't get the one you want, you'll be pressing Z and soft resetting the game. Because, seriously, that is what you'll be doing when you first start the game. So then, you can just pick random Pokemon. Well, you can't pick the same type, you have to pick a different type. You can pick from a whole bunch of popular ones, which are almost all overrated, and are only starters, because you can't evolve until you beat the game. I'm serious. That is how the game works. You can't evolve your Pokemon until you beat the stupid main story. Which is pretty stupid, by the way. So afterwards, you wake up in this alternate Pokemon world universe as yourself. Because apparently this game was designed to be a self-insert Mary Sue fanfic, the game. And basically, in all indications, it is Mary Sue. You find yourself in the world, and then not long after, you become the bestest of the best, and then you suddenly die and everybody's crying and sad. Does that scream Mary Sue self-insert to you? And then after you die, you somehow come back to life. And then you can evolve and do the stuff you should have been able to do earlier. And the story is forced to, you basically do mission, and then you do some randomly generated missions you find on the bulletin board, or from a password you can generate. Then you do another forced story mission, and then you do more of those. And the forced story missions are nearly the same as the other. They're also repetitive, because every mission involves you doing the same stuff. Find objective. Deliver item to X. Find objective. Find Pokemon. Except, you see, the gameplay's borked like the story is. You see, it's just not fun at all. So how bad is the gameplay? Well, the first mission shows you everything wrong with this game. It's repetitive as hell. All you do is run through a dungeon, which is randomly generated, and then you find the staircase. It's all the same. Big room, walk through corridor, which can be long, find staircase, and pick up items and hope you don't get killed by enemies, which are really easy to defeat. If you just use the right moves, by pressing a button, you can take the enemies out real quickly, and if you get killed, it doesn't matter, because there are generators. Even if you do have a friend though, it's repetitive, and if you don't have a link cable, or another friend with a DS, then you have to enter a password. Because this game doesn't support Wi-Fi unlike PMD2, though it doesn't make a difference. There are extremely long passwords you have to enter in, which use all sorts of weird symbols. It can be annoying. And half the time, the dungeons aren't even hard, because I've had times where 3 or 4 levels in a row, the staircase appears in the same room, and sometimes I've actually stood right next to the staircase. If you die, you lose a bunch of your items, but you can't have the partner die during the main story, or you die, or else you go back to the main area. And plus, once you beat the main game, you can play as any Pokemon you want, which should be available earlier on, but it's not as fun. You wouldn't want to, though, because the game is just repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. The graphics are okay by GBA standards. I mean, they're better than, like, Mother 3, but they're not as good as the later games. Well, actually, this was a later game, but they're not as good as many of the later games. Even though this game was released at the end of the GBA's lifespan in 2005 in Japan, in 2006 in America. There's also a DS version, which is the exact same game with the same graphics. And the music is mostly repetitive, 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 repetitive. It's memorable, but that's because it's so damn repetitive. It's like if you have an annoying-ass game music that somehow gets stuck in your head. After you beat the game, there are more repetitive dungeons, and you unlock some features which should have been unlocked in the first place. But that's it. That's all you get. It's not fun at all. There's no true co-op, either via link cable, wireless adapter on the GBA, or local wireless or Wi-Fi on the DS. So you can't run with friends through a dungeon, unlike in other action RPGs. So all in all, it's boring and repetitive. So what do I think about this game? Don't buy it. It's boring, repetitive, Mary Sue garbage that's not fun at all, and honestly, you'll be better off saving your money. Don't buy this.